Well, Andy's belt is trashed, but we're gonna use it anyways. It doesn't look too bad. No, it's not bad at all. We should be able to use that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes. I remember I came up here one time and I couldn't find it, but it looks like there's a trail through here. This trail gets you into a whole nother riding area that's not being ridden and seems like nobody knows about anymore. But there's a little trail I made through here like a long time ago, and that's the ones we took the Jeeps on. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're looking for a place to camp for the night, and on our travels we came across this old truck camper. It's actually been there for quite a while. And now it's just a piece of junk that everybody shoots up. Yeah, so somebody hauled this in, I'm going to say around 15, 16 years ago. And, you know, I guess they were maybe using it for a hunting camp or something. They just left it there, so it got kind of shot up over the years. Wow, look at that sky. Beauty night. We could take a trail and go all over in there, but we're just going to take the road. We'll be there in a couple minutes. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this is just another little random campsite, and it used to be popular in the the 90s and the early 2000s, and then this area right here where I'm going through got super muddy, and people were kind of stopped using it for a while. So I actually went and I filled that all in with rock. I did a lot of work there, but anyway, look at this tree. Don't be doing this, guys. This is dumb. You have to wonder why people do that, eh? Like, look at that. Just dumb. Don't be that dumb guy. Don't be that dumb kid. Cutting down green trees. Leaving their garbage, plastic, and everything in the fire pit, thinking they're doing everybody a favor. Yeah, like, get a life, you know? Seriously, get a life. Gave up. Cut her almost down. Well, guess what? That tree's coming down tonight now. There's no way it's it's just gonna break off and kill somebody now. And I suppose that's what they were gonna try and use for firewood. You never cut trees like right at camp. You always leave these trees alone. But he's probably just some young kid and he just doesn't know any better. Hopefully he's watching this video. Well, we made her. I don't know what Andy's doing up there. Maybe going to get water? We made her. It's quite a bit colder here, isn't it?
This is stupid.
Andy's not having fun. He just hates this. Let's go home right now, eh? He said that like 20 times. He wants to go home. This is just dumb, isn't it?
Very.
Well, yeah, it's just the only downfall with a spot like this is it's cool by the creek, but we got the heater. We'll be okay. Yeah, nice little creek down here. This is where Chevelle's house blew away. That video. Or I think I had a little video of that or something. I can't remember. Yeah. Oh, I see they threw their firewood in the creek too. What a bunch. Pack your garbage out. Don't cut green trees. And especially don't cut green trees near camp. Green trees don't burn. There's like a bazillion dead trees around. But, yeah. The old Husky, what do you got there? 4 what? 445 Husky. Hornet, Holland, Buckler mod, Big 4 kit. got dry wood. We don't have to cut that up. Look at that, eh? Pretty cool sky. Pretty cool cloud. Well, this isn't doing anything for yous. Look at that. Look at that moon right now, Andy, in between the two clouds like that. That is super, super cool. It's dead calm. We got our little shack up. We got our beds out. Andy's getting the diesel heater going. I'm getting the chicken going. We're gonna cook some chicken. We're gonna barbecue it over the fire. Barbecue in the fire. Does that make sense? And yeah, still got some wood left. We had to buck down that tree. You've seen that already. Okay, well, back to food. Well, these kids, they did a lot of damage to the camp, but we got 4 beers out of them. Oh no, they're all shot up. Or that one's broken. This one's good. And even a good brand too. So we got 3 beers out of them. Okay, well, we're gonna drink those up. Look at this, right in the creek. Morning. Well, we survived the night. It was a great night actually. It was super warm. Hardly burned any fuel out of that diesel heater. And yeah, it was like 20 degrees. Andy said he had to wake up and turn that thing down. It's there's the mosquitoes. It's October 10th. And it's October 10th, 2022. And it's a crazy warm morning actually. Yeah, look. So yeah, we're just, I don't know what we're going to do with that tree. There was some nails in it, so I don't think we're going to buck it up. One that somebody cut down. I think we're just going to leave it, and I'll come back with a chainsaw with a crappy chain on it, because there's nails all throughout this tree. And then I'll buck it up. Otherwise we're going to wreck our chain. Andy already hit a nail there. Yeah, look at this, folks. There's our little tent. Here, I'll flip you around. Yeah, so we've only put about 63 kilometers, 60 kilometers roughly. But I mean, when you're riding in this kind of country, it feels like a lot more than that. Just lots of hard trails, but fun trails. There's our food we stashed up there. This place is definitely known to have bears around. So we just, put our clothes, like the other night, the clothes that we ate in, we put them outside. Anything you're cooking in, put that clothes away from camp, because Mr. Grizz takes the smell of that. He's coming in for a bite to eat himself, and it's gonna be your body. Anyways, yeah, it's a cool little camp. There's a little spot you can back your trailer in here. I've never, I don't think I've ever camped here with my big camper. Oh yeah, they cut another tree over there. Jeez. Somebody tried to cut that years ago. Yeah, I guess they're just young, being wild, but it'd be nice if they did it somewhere else. Lots of other trees you could cut. Somebody even cut up the washroom over there. Somebody made a new little outhouse thing, and the same person that cut all that up went and cut that up too. But yeah, it's just a nice little area. I guess you get that anytime you get close to roads though. Okay, well, we're gonna go and pack up camp. We're trying to be in town in about 3 hours, so we're just gonna take mostly logging roads with just a few little trails. I could take all trails home, but Andy's got to get back to the city, and I got stuff to do too. So we're just gonna take. There's still trails. They're just not like you know, those gnarly trails that we were on.
I'm shaky.
There he goes, folks. Evel Knievel behind the rifle. He's going for the rope. We're not shooting at good trees, just that crappy one that the crazy axeman cut down.
Oh wait, do I have to do that?
No, it's just that's okay. It's a semi-auto. Give her. Yeah, so I think this is Andy recording now, and you can see a little more of you can just kind of barely see the rocks there, but those are some pretty big ruts. It took me quite a while. I'd come here, just after work or whatever, and I would just, work on it for like an hour and a half, throw the ball around for Chevelle, and then another time we actually camped out here too. That was the time I camped in my ice shack with my little hippie killer there, wood stove, the airtight, and it smoked me out so much I actually was sick to my stomach. That's how much that thing used to smoke. But I since modified that stove. I should patent what I did to it, because I haven't ever seen those stoves work good, and mine works awesome now. In fact, sometimes it smokes less than the stove in my home. But yeah, so we're just getting ready to pack up camp, and then we're going to hit the trail here. So yeah, again, these are just old logging roads, and I looked on Google Earth, and you could see that this area was pretty heavily logged back in something like 1981 or 82, I'm guessing. So yeah, this was years ago. There was an old post camp here. This area is called Bembo's Post Camp. You can see people are camped out here. It's hunting season, so people are out doing that, and it's pretty popular area in the summertime. And anyway, this little area where I'm driving through right now kind of goes out to a clearing, and then everybody camps in there now. But back in I think it was like 62, I think it was, or 66, they had a big logging camp out here. So back then there was, they weren't driving back to town every night to go spend time with their wives. They were actually living out here at these camps, because this was all pretty remote back then, and they didn't have four-wheel drive trucks and whatnot. So, and then this is just kind of not too far away from that other area. This is another camp that I made many years ago, and then back in like 2017 I started camped here for about 2 weeks, and I got some videos on that. Kind of resurrected this camp a little bit there, and reestablished the fire pits and all that. Anyway, yeah, it's just a cool spot that I don't know why nobody's camped here yet. Like, just nobody seems to use it. I mean, it looks like an absolute disaster for a fire hazard here, and it would be right now. But when people camp here, you'll see all that
all that grass will all turn green, and it'll actually bring a lot of deer in and stuff too. You'll see the deer and the moose, and they'll start feeding there. This is just going up another old logging road in the area. There's just cool little trails all over. I like riding trails like this. I'm okay with this, but I don't really like driving the main gravel roads at high speeds. I'd rather stick to these trails, but this is as easy as it gets around here, a road like this. The rest are all pretty rugged trails. On that trip back in 2017, I was coming around the corner here somewhere, and I just shut the GoPro off not long before it ran out. I can't remember the deal, but didn't have it on. Cougar ran out right in front of me. I've probably seen, maybe 5 or 6 cougars in all the years I've been in this area. So they're all over the place here, but they're just very elusive. But anyway, we're just trying to take trails to get home, and like we could just we could ride the ditches and stuff like that. We try to stay away from those roads, and so I'm trying to take a series of trails, and we're going to look at a trail that I haven't been on for many years at this point. I think 2013 was the last time I was on it, and Chevelle was running on that trip. I have video of that somewhere. But anyway, they logged the area, so I wanted to go see what this trail was going to look like. So that's where we're headed here now.
Well, we'd seen these hunters come by our camp. We were basically camped to the left, but way over that hill, just to the left of this cut line, about, I don't know, 10 kilometers away, maybe, Andy? Anyways, and I'm coming around the corner and I see these guys coming up. I think they were going to shoot a grouse. I didn't see the grouse at first. I seen them, and then they pulled off the side, and here's this grouse, big grouse, flies out in front of me. So good thing it wasn't a few seconds later, because we probably would have got a bullet coming our way if they missed. So anyways, we're gonna go up there. That's the old cut line. I haven't been on it since they logged it, but it used to just go straight up there. There was no bypasses on it. And then you can see the trees over there. The reason why that probably wasn't logged is because that's a lease site. That's an old oil field lease site. There's no wellhead on it. Never was since I've been here in 20 some years, but that's probably why they couldn't touch it. That's why they left those trees, I'd imagine. That's whoever the oil company that owns the lease owns that property. So yeah, this isn't a very well traveled trail, but when I came down here in 2017, I was actually surprised that it was traveled more than what I thought it would be. I thought it'd be totally grown in, but. So check this out. Andy just noticed something. He was gonna make you said tow hooks?
Yeah.
He's gonna make tow hooks out of it. So everything we've been through in the last 3 days, and that thing never moved, just stayed right there.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell.
How did that not fall out?
I don't know. I lost my clevis though, but this thing.
That's funny. Okay.
So yeah, these were trails that were never really that popular, but I spent a lot of time here on vintage snowmobiles. I've had that old 69 AMF Ski Daddler. I had my Rupp Nitro, my Ski-Doo TNT 440, 340s, all up these trails, and it looked so cool back then. And of course now it just looks like devastated because they logged it, right? But anyways, it's just part of the way it is around here. It's either gonna log or it's gonna burn, so they might as well log it, right? But anyway, so I'm just going up and I'm trying to picture in my mind where the trail used to go, and it looks so different now, right?
That's where we just came from. We were way over on the other side of those hills last couple days. I think that's the lease. That should be the lease. Can't recognize it anymore. I don't know if that's it or not. Then the trail went in. That's right, because we could go straight or we could go to the right. It just looks so different than before, after they logged. So our trail should be over here. All those rocks up there. Yeah, like it's so hard to even recognize because this was solid bush. And I don't have my other phone with my GPS track, but the trail should curve to the left and then drop down a big hill. But I don't know if it's lost or what. The right, oh yeah, here it goes. This is where it curved. Yeah, this is it, and then it'll curve and we'll drop down a big hill here. It should curve to the right after this. Yeah, there we go. This is the old trail. That's good. So they logged it, but they kept the original trail. That's gonna drop down a steep hill here. Wow, I'm gonna have to hike this trail and get all this stuff off of here. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, and it's a real steep hill. We've come down here in old vintage snowmobiles. One time I almost rolled my old 400 Kawasaki. I got stuck at the top here. Uh-oh. There's lots of blowdown just at the beginning here. Oh, super windy up here. But anyways, I gotta get little Mac going. The chain fell off it there in the yesterday, so. And we're gonna open up this trail here. The cut block should end here, and then we won't get much of this blowdown. This is just because the stuff in the block, the wind there, so all the trees get blown over the trail. Well, there's the old cuts. And then we cut a few new ones, and then I went and cut the willows, because what happens on these steep hills, if the trail's too narrow, everybody rides the same track, causes two ruts, then the trail eventually gets washed out, then the trail's lost. You can see I'm only like, I don't know, 40 yards, maybe 40 yards to the top. Can't even see Andy side by side hardly. But yeah, I cut the willows on the sides, so then it'll knock down this center hump, hopefully anyways, and then not wash out. That's the plan. Okay, well here's Randy cut. There should be a lot less through here. So we're gonna move these off the trail. He must be just farther up. Hopefully. This is where we seen that big grizzly bear not that long ago. Open sesame. And he's just around the corner there. I remember there being a bunch of big old logs over there that I cut years back. I probably cut all these actually. This trail was totally grown in 2004. Yeah, I remember I came up here with that 97 400 Cowie, the 400 Prairie, the Mad Cowie. And right just about to the top there, the very last climb, I spun out and started spinning backwards, and I had studs in the tires at that time, but anyways, I was able to winch to the top there. And I actually rolled it in the creek back here that day. One of my first solo adventures. I think actually, yeah, maybe my first. Quite the place to come for your first run.
So yes, I thought about it, and this was the first trail I ever took when I just started going on my solo runs. And I remember I almost rolled it in the creek and stuff. It was quite an adventure, but I also remember that this trail wasn't being used at that time, and I opened it up back then. So this trail, if I wouldn't have cleaned it back then, guaranteed it would have been totally gone. But anyway, I cleared it out several times actually over the years, just so I could take my snowmobiles up. And then one of the trappers started using it. I don't know if he cleared much, but he did start using it, and that really helped the trail. So just most of the people just don't know where these trails are, right? But yeah, you can see this is pretty grown in now.
Wow!
Doesn't get any better. I can see quite a ways, and there's trees down all the way.
Yeah, we'll have to abandon ship and take that road. Okay. Plan B.
So that was 2 summers ago, and I'll just about guarantee you nobody's touched this trail yet, but we're going to find out.
We're trying to avoid the road because this is our trail to do that, but it's looking like we're not going to be able to. That's the video. Okay, well Andy's going to ride in here and we're going to go up this hill. that was a full pull for the old Chinese bush rat. That is a very, very steep hill. We're sweating down there, and now we're freezing up here because it's windy. Okay, well, we just got to take roads now. We got no choice. We tried.
So you'll have to go back and open that one up again. It's a constant battle. There's just so many trails, and this area is just rugged. I used to always hang out here just because not a lot of people rode this area, and so that's why I like to hang out here. And I made some campsites in the area, and I cleaned the trails. But anyways, we're getting closer to town, and yeah, it was a pretty good trip. But we just we made it back to camp. It was pretty uneventful after this point. Made it back home actually, not camp. You can see my rear shocks there, just like pogo sticks there, just bouncing up and down.
Well, we made it home. This calls for a real celebration here.